What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal. Tonight, we are at Lakeside Cemetery in Conway, South Carolina. This is a new cemetery for us. We've never been here before, didn't know what to expect. But it's kind of interesting because when you see it from the street line, it doesn't look very big. It looks like a very small urban cemetery. But the deeper you go back here, it just gets massive and it keeps going and going and going. So we have lots of places to investigate. Very old graves out here. A lot of history. We're looking forward to digging into this. We kind of got some ideas and some places we've got staked out. We've definitely hope to see a lot of activity out here tonight, and let's get this thing going.
What's going on, guys? It's Trent with Dark Horse Paranormal Society. We're here at the backside of the cemetery now, and my partner Matt, he's got some motion light sensors set up, kind of long, kind of spread out, kind of adjacent from the cemetery. And when we first arrived out here, some of the guys were saying they heard like a girl's voice. But like I say, could be playing tricks on us. We just got here, but overall it's pretty neat. And I got my EVP in hand. I'm gonna set this down in this corner just to set it down while we're doing some further investigations and see if we get any bites. And on my other side over here, I got the EMF, or my REM pod, set up. And what it's gonna do is detect anything as far as ambient temperatures fluctuating, increases, decreasing, anything comes nearby. So I got it on the highest range setting that I could get it to. But yeah, we're looking forward to doing this investigation and see what we can pick up. Is there anyone here that wants to speak with us? Can you give me your name? Are you a child? Are you stuck here? This is Matt. I'm Trent. This is Kenny. Can you say one of our names back to us? I noticed you like that light. Can you walk near it if you wanted to speak with us? Can you tell us anything about yourself?
No?
Okay, so you don't want to talk to us. Can you turn on that light for us if you don't want to speak with us? Or if you want us to leave?
This camera's acting so weird, man.
Okay, so you do want us to leave. We'll leave after you answer just a couple of questions for us, okay?
No?
So are you a child? Or are you an adult?
Pray?
Okay, you want us to pray?
Not a game.
Are you irritated with us here? Does it bother you?
So we don't mean you any harm. We just want to talk.
Me?
Yes, you. Can you give
Me?
us... Yes, you. Can you give us your name? This is Matt. I'm Trent. This is Kenny. Can you say one of those names back to us? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite game to play?
Here.
So, what type of games do you like to play here?
You play hide and seek? It's kind of what it seems like. This thing is going haywire.
What do you mean by here?
Whoa. This thing is going haywire.
Can you give us a name?
Are you right next to the camera?
Is that you playing with the camera?
Something's messing with it. Is that you right next to me? If that's you, can you cut on the light?
No.
Really doesn't want to talk.
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering if it's the same thing we've been.
Can you just give us a name and we'll leave?
We just want to know if you were the one that's been
Help?
making noise. Help. You need help?
We're trying to help you. Can you give us your name so we can help you? Are you in trouble?
Anne?
Okay, Ann. This is Matt. I'm Trent. This is Kenny.
Can you say one of our names?
Can you repeat one of those names back to us? Ann, are you still here?
And if you're still here, can you cut that light on for us, please? That's all we want. We don't want to bother you. We don't want to irritate you. We just want just to see if you're nearby and if you could just say something. That would help us help you.
All right, we'll leave you alone for a little while, Ann, okay? We'll come back.
That was crazy.
It was pretty
because-
unusual.
Well, what was most unusual about it was that something was fighting its way through. It was always very faint, and I could never pick up what it was saying.
Yeah.
But it was like trying to say things, or it was saying so quick. It almost sounded like the broadcast is here. Like, this is going to be a weird, stupid analogy, but it sounded like the broadcast was like right here in your face, right?
Yeah.
There was a voice farther back,
Okay.
and it was trying to talk.
So it was like too far to get to you
Mhm.
almost.
Did you say Ann?
I
Or
did.
Ann,
Yeah.
okay.
That's the name that came across.
You're gonna see this too when you go to rewatch this.
It was spot on some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I was asking for direct name. Can you give us a name? I went over our names. Can you call it one of our names back to us? Can you give us your name? And right after, not even a couple seconds, she said Ann. I said, okay, Ann. And I asked for a favorite color. And I asked if you want to communicate with us some more. And you said no.
Wow.
And this thing just started like bugging out. It was kind of going like, and it was having a hard time even focusing. It was going.
camera was?
Yeah, really bad.
With
I've
the light
never
coming
seen it.
after ever again
It come on once.
Yeah.
while we were doing
I
the.
think once or twice. Yeah.
He was started talking to it on the other side of the camera, whatever. Can you give us yes or no? Come on, leave. But yeah, that was pretty cool, man.
Cool. Well, let's hang out here with the camera off for a few minutes.
Yep.
See if we can get whatever it is to come back, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good.
Cool.
So, as some of you might know, in one of our previous investigations, we had found a plot at Kingston, which is pretty close nearby, and got a lot of activity from a family plot. Now, we're not going to say the name, but we found another plot here with the same last name, could be possibly related to them. So we're going to do the Estes method, maybe pick something up here, and see how that goes.
Sounds good.
Hey,
All right. You probably remember him and me from the
you.
area. Yeah.
Listen,
Yeah, me. From the area that was in Kingston. If you're related to those people at all, can you confirm that with a yes or a no? Are you related to the people with the same name that we found in Kingston?
Barry.
Okay, so you are related. Is there anything that you want to tell us? They seem to not like our presence at Kingston.
Why?
They wanted us to leave almost as soon as we walked over there. Is the same with you? Do you want us to go? Are we interrupting you here? Do you want us to go?
Both of you.
So just two of us. There's three of us. I'm not trying to, be that guy, but still. If you want us to go, can you tell us to leave?
Whisper.
Can you say leave or go?
Relative.
So you are relatives. Okay. Can you say our names back to us? Can you say Kenny, who's down there on the ground right now? Can you say Kenny? Can you say Matt? That's my name. Can you say Matt? Can you say
You.
Trent?
Alive.
Is that you turning our light on back there? If it is you turning the light off and on back there, can you give us a name?
Answer.
Can you tell us your name? Can you tell me who I'm talking to?
Answer.
Right, I'm looking for an answer from you. Can you tell us who we're talking to? Is your name Thomas? Is your name James?
Off.
Do you know who Ann is?
Or are we just interrupting you? Are we
Hey.
Can you say that again?
In.
Are you trying to say Anne? Do you know Anne?
Move.
Move. So do you want us to leave? Or go?
Somebody. You.
Which one of us do you want to leave? All of us? Or a specific person? If you want us to leave, can you turn our light down there on for us again? Okay, we're about to walk away. Is there anything else that you need to say to us?
Hey.
Is there anything else that you want to say to us? You can speak into this box and tell us.
Hi.
Or do you just
You.
want to be left alone? Do you just want to be left alone?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, what? All right, I'm going to bring him in. Okay. Okay, weird. We were getting lights on and off on that light down there. We weren't getting anything on the REM pod. When you first started talking, we were getting some kind of weird pointed stuff. You go back through and you'll see it. It was kind of like, you guys, yes, you, because I was like, do you want us to go? And you kept saying you. And then it just kind of started going all over the map.
Yeah.
I think, he may have been trying to confirm the name Anne. You said in?
Yeah, I heard. What was really weird, because there was a lot of it that was real quick. I tried to turn the sweep rate down so I could hear it better, because it was going so fast I couldn't hear it. But I was starting to lose my balance, and I put my hand on that little wall, and the word off came through. And I kind of pulled my hand back. I was like, huh. And then I heard, uh-oh. I don't know.
Yeah, you said, uh-oh. That was pretty funny. But overall, like, not getting the same vibes we were getting from Kingston, so it wasn't like a leave, get out of here.
Nah.
But it was kind of like it was trying to speak to us. It was trying to get our attention, and then it just kind of...
It seemed more like confirming.
Yeah,
you know.
but then it kind of went off on tangents after that. It wasn't really pointed. So, again, maybe there was something to it.
Possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to post up here for a few minutes, see if any other activity can happen with the lights, or maybe the REM pod will go off, and we'll move on to somewhere else. Okay, so we got another part of the cemetery that we've kind of posted up in. This Trent's idea is not bad. It's kind of like a little gazebo right in the middle of the cemetery.
It's cozy.
Yeah, a lot of graves around us. So we're gonna do a live spirit box session with this, and hopefully we pick something up. Okay, here we go. Yeah. But there's somebody here right now with us that wants to communicate. Can you speak into this box here? Can you give us a little bit more information about who you are? Or your name? We think we were talking to a child over in that direction named Anne. Can you confirm if that's correct? Is there a child here named Anne?
Can you give us a name?
I love how you do this. Can you give us a name? Such drama in that.
Give me a name now.
Give us a name! Okay. Can you give us our names back to us, just so we know that we're communicating? Can you say Trent? You hear that? Yeah. Can you say Matt?
Can you say Kenny?
That sounded just like that. Yeah.
Can you say that one more time? We didn't quite catch that. Can you say Kenny for us? You got something following you around, bro. Okay, that's our names. Can you give us your name? Who are we speaking to? Can you give us your age? Do you know where we are right now? Can you turn a light for us or set that box off in front of us?
Can you come near this red light? It's in the center. It's set one of these lights off for us.
Now. I heard that.
Ann, are you here? You come out all the way out here to speak with you. Can you give us something?
And if you're there, can you talk to us?
I know it's probably difficult, but can you try? Try to speak into this box and tell us something. Okay. And now we pray.
And if you're nearby, can you cut one of those lights on for us, or just talk in the box?
Well, once again, I know we always ask this, but if we're disturbing you and you don't like us here, and you want us to leave, can you say leave? We always get that. They never want us here. Why even ask that? Like, yes, go. Can you say go if you really want us to leave? I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch what you said before. Can you say go?
Give me your name.
If you want us to stay, can you say stay?
And if you're here, can you say our names again? Can you say Matt? Can you say Trent? Can you say Kenny?
I'm gonna shut
I think it left, yeah, whatever it was.
I think we had a little bit of communication there at
Yeah.
first. Something was trying to reach out, and then it just kind of died off from there. So interesting.
Yeah. Oh, right,
Nice
the
little-
staticky voice is coming back. The same one that was.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
you, with you, dude.
I know.
I don't know what
freaking
that's
me out.
about. So yeah, we got another section over here we'd like to check out. We'll do another live spirit box session with there. Set all the lights up, set up the REM pod, and see if we can get anything over there. So we're doing the third Estes method of the night at a different spot that Trent found, kind of back more in the woods here in the cemetery, just to see if we can pick anything up. So we're gonna get this thing going. So is there anybody with us right now that would like to speak to us? Can you give us a name? Any kind of communication whatsoever? Tell us where you think you are. Tell us what year it is.
Here.
If you're here, what's your name? Can you give us a name?
People.
The other's people here. It's us. We're safe to talk to. We just want to know more about you. Can you give us your name or the names of somebody you're with?
Is Ann nearby?
Always go.
Always go. You're always moving? Can you tell us if there's an Ann here? Maybe a child? If we're speaking to somebody directly, can you say our names back to us? Can you say Trent?
Shift.
Can you say Matt? Can you say Kenny? Is there something you'd like to tell us? You can speak into this box that Trent's holding in his hand. Again, we mean you know.
Stab.
Stab? He's getting violent.
Mm-mm.
Okay, calm down. Are you trying to tell us something about how you passed?
Do not.
Do not do what?
Enough.
Do you want us to stop? Is there somebody here that was attacked, was hurt?
Are we upsetting you and you want us to leave? Is this all too much? Are you confused right now?
Leave.
We get a lot of that.
Yeah.
We just want to get to know
Your
what's...
knees.
Bees?
Knees?
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 Are you trying to tell us how you passed? Or are you reliving it somehow? Do you even know that you have passed on? I know this is stressful for you, but we just need some more information. Can you tell us if you're a man or a woman? Can you tell us if you're alone or are there people with you?
Girls.
There's girls with you.
And other.
There's somebody else. All right, so there's girls and somebody else?
Are you afraid right now? Are you scared?
Turn around. Weakness.
Is there something here that's scaring you? Are you trying to protect the girls you're with?
Is there somebody here that needs help?
Is there anything else you can tell us?
Hurt.
Are you hurt or one of the girls you're with hurt? Can you tell us any of the girls' names? We keep hearing this name Anne. Is one of the girls with you named Anne? Can you say yes or no?
Your life.
Are you telling us about your life, or are you saying something about us?
If we're scaring you and causing you distress and you want us to just stop and leave, can you say leave or go?
Go.
So you want us to leave?
We just want to make sure we understand you. Do you want us to leave or go?
Right.
I'm moving to the right. It's kind of weird.
Okay. We're about to leave. We'll respect you and we'll walk away. You're clearly in some kind of distress and we don't want to add to that.
Before we go, can you tell us your name?
Some type of growl.
Are you growling at us? Are you upset with us?
Is there any last things you want to tell us before we put this box away and we leave?
Turn around.
Can you tell me your name?
On the
please?
right.
Can you at least give us a name so we know who we're speaking to before we leave? All we need is a name. Can you give us your name, please?
Just tell us your name, please.
I'm pulling him out.
Hmm.
Whoa, brother.
I can't really make out.
Bud, you had the most, I mean, I obviously I didn't hear what it was like on my end. You had the most, I don't even know how to say that.
Traumatizing.
Yeah, yours was the most, there was a theme developing in yours. We'll just leave it that way. Normally, like, I feel like when we were doing one over there earlier with Kenny, it was kind of pointed in the beginning, and then it just kind of started going all over the place. Yours from start to finish had a theme.
Somebody was hurt.
Somebody was hurting. Somebody was in distress. Somebody was scared, and they were like trying to warn us. Is the vibe I was getting? I mean, I don't know what your take was, Kenny.
That's definitely. It seemed like more than one person.
One of the first things you said was stab on my knees, and we asked like, are you with somebody? And he said that about girls and one other, and then he kept talking about turn around to the right.
Yeah, that kept coming through like once or twice.
They were whatever they were freaked out, and they were trying to warn us off as well. I mean, they kept him up. One of the coolest parts in the whole thing was, I said, "Do you want us to go? Tell us to go." And next thing out of your mouth was, I think it was leave.
It was go.
It was go. Yeah. So yours by far had the most from start to finish coherence.
Awesome.
Again, I wish we could get more. It was one of those weird juxtapositions we're always in, where I'm like, I want to know more information, but at the same time, I want to respect what we're dealing with. Nothing from the REM pod, but that again doesn't necessarily rule anything out. But yeah, man, that was crazy and coherent. So
And there was some type of like, seemed like something like on Kenny's half where he's like sounds like something forcing its way through, like a growl. I think I said it when I was on like growl, like a loud growl.
You did.
I don't know, but it could have been just like a rock state. I don't know.
That's what we were asking him too. There was a point where I was like, "Is there somebody there with you that you're afraid of?" And that we didn't really get a whole lot of answers back. But it sounded like, again, there was somebody there. We couldn't really determine if it was a man or a woman. There were others there with him. That we threw that name Ann out there again. Didn't really get anything back on that. But again, very clearly whatever was here wanted us to leave. But not like you're disturbing me, like he was trying to protect us. Like,
Right.
you need to leave now. Very, very interesting thing. And it almost makes me wonder if it falls in line with like residual hauntings, or is this something this entity, if that's what we were talking to, replays over and over and over again. So awesome Estes method. Very
All right,
cool.
man, yeah.
All right. So I guess we'll move on to somewhere else and see what we can find.
Yep.
All right, so I just finished my Estes method or whatever, and this is spot here, and no hits on the REM pod whatsoever. But I did hear like some type of voice coming through saying hurt, stab, and then leave, and some of it, as Matt was telling me, was somewhat on command. And so we're just going to do a live spirit box session, and here I'm going to ask the same similar questions just to see if we can't pick up the same thing.
So is there anybody here that wants to speak with us? Heard Matt. Did you say Matt? Oh, now, are you hurt?
If you're the one that was communicating with me a while ago, can you tell me your name? I'm Trent. Can you say Trent?
What were you telling Trent?
What did you mean by hurt?
Did somebody hurt you? Can you say that again? No, that's weird though. Was that Ann that was over here?
Do you want us to leave?
I know you heard. You didn't hear that? Oh, that was creepy. Can you say that again? Can you say leave? Everywhere in the
Heard that one.
yeah.
Ask it why. Why it wants us to leave.
Why do you want us to leave? Can you say that again? Is this the kid that's been with us the whole time? Did somebody hurt you?
What's going on, guys? This ends pretty much the episode of part 1 for the Lakeside Cemetery. Overall, I felt like it was a pretty cool investigation. We're all looking forward to coming back and maybe trying some different techniques. But we can spend a lot of hours here just looking around, like learning the history of a lot of it. Like overall, we have a lot to learn about it. But I feel like the investigation went pretty well, and the more we can get out and investigate, the more we can learn. And of course, if we pick up anything on our equipment, we'll make sure to go back and do the recap and let you guys hear it. So I'll let Matt say what you got to say, or if y'all guys got anything you want to add.
No, that was what he said, spot on. Very cool place. We'll be back out here again. And yeah, looking forward to what we find in the recap.
That ends another episode for the Dark Horse Paranormal Society. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. All right, so Lakeside Cemetery, guys. This is the recap for what we found, all the findings. As always, I feel like I say this every time we go to one. But again, cool cemetery. But what was cool about this cemetery was that I had no idea it existed. Like, and I've literally driven past it probably 350 something times. Never knew it was right there. This was a Trent find. So good on you, Trent.
Yeah, well, that was you and me both, actually. Not try to cut you off, but like I used to cut grass out there in the area with my granddad, and it never occurred to me to actually stop in and just get a good look at the place. So,
no, I'm glad you found it. I mean, you found it on that rainy day. I wish I could share some of the pictures you had sent me. I mean, that rainy day like fit the bill. But what was cool is from the photos you took. I mean, I was thinking this was just a nice little pocket graveyard, just right in the middle of their downtown Conway area. And what happened? We walked up on it. Dead of night, walked in, and that freaking cemetery kept going and going and going
oh
and
yeah, it was
going.
huge.
That was what was cool to it about it. And not only that, but it was old. Lot of history in that place. I mean, like a lot of the places we visit, but more so, I mean, some more elaborate tombstones and gravestones and everything else. But again, it was definitely almost like an illusion, because what you see from the street is not what you get when you walk in there. It was
No.
Yeah, it was cool. So what were you guys' takes on the place?
Well, I mean, for me, starting off, like after the introduction of the actual place, getting into the first investigation, or I was doing the EVP, I noticed before, like on past investigation, I never had any issues in my my recorder. And so after I started my first one, it started cutting in and out. Like it would turn off, turn back on. And when I went back to try to review it, I noticed it was shutting back off, and it just deleted all my data, all my info, everything I had pre-recorded on my EVP. Everything was deleted. I never had that happen before in any other previous investigations
That we've done. Yeah,
right.
that is strange. I remember when it cut out that night. What's cool that you say that, Trent, is going back and reviewing a lot of the evidence that we gathered, and some of the stuff Kenny and I were even talking about a little earlier. I do remember that happening, because that was right about before we did the first Estes method. Your EVP shut off completely.
Right.
Battery is full, nothing problem, but it shut off. Then throughout, and you've probably heard it in the video, there's interference. We're getting a lot of interference on the speakers. Some of it sounds like wind, some of it doesn't sound like wind. But I think one of the crazier things that everybody saw, that I pointed out in the video, is that there was a moment, and I think it was when you were doing my Estes session, the camera couldn't focus.
Mm-hmm.
That's never happened. And it was all in that area, all in that same little area right there, that all this weird electronic stuff started happening. Again, we've done, I don't know how many investigations now, use the same camera for every investigation, and I've never seen the camera do that.
Yeah.
Where it just couldn't focus.
If I ain't mistaken, Kenny had mentioned that during your Estes method, where he was saying something was going on with that camera. Is that not right, Kenny?
Yeah, it during that method it kept blurring, and what's weird is it was only when I would turn to a certain angle. I'd have to go back and really look at it again, but I remember it was
you were standing to my right. There was like a tree and then the light, and I was trying to focus over at the light, but every time I would turn to that spot, it would blur. And I remember too, my phone actually, right before I walked over there to you guys, my phone was doing that too, right in that same area. You know, I came up and I was trying to take a couple pictures and started doing that.
Hmm.
That spot was pretty odd. I mean, it seemed like as soon as we got in there, just started, that spot became very active. And
Oh yeah.
I think you heard a voice too. You heard
I
somebody.
did, yeah. We had just gotten in the cemetery, like in the depths of it, pretty much near back where the tree line was, and we were just kind of casing the joint, checking everything out. And I heard this like this little girl laugh,
Yeah,
and obviously the entire night we were there, we were hearing people in their backyards. I mean, we were in a place where clearly sound traveled. It wasn't me trying to find something that matched the evidence we were finding, but that sounded close.
yeah.
And it was just a quick little girl laugh. In fact, I think I made it both of you shut up for a second because I was like, hold up a second. What is that?
Well,
And as it's
I
yeah,
did.
yeah, and as it turns out, that corner, I couldn't really. We did look at some of the graves, didn't really see any kids buried out that way, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. Maybe that's just a spot that's popular. I don't know, but that's where I picked up the name Anne and the Estes method. Uh, Clear as freaking day came through the spirit box. So maybe there's something to all that. It was definitely a place about regions in there. Um, that's one thing I picked up after going back and through and watching all the video and listening to the audio. It was definitely focused in areas, and just which again makes sense. It wasn't all over the map. We weren't just going to different places. There was definitely something going on in that corner where I heard the laughing coming from. There was definitely something to where Kenny did his Estes method session with the family in Kingston. Some crazy things happened to Kenny while I was there. I mean, one of the things was what you touched one of the tombstones, didn't you, or the gravesite, and something you just felt weird, or what happened there?
There was I was just telling Reed about this earlier. I was standing when you guys were first over there. All right, so everything started to kind of get active in that one spot at the beginning. And
Mm,
walk off because I was more so kind of like checking out the different tombstones because they did have a lot that were really cool looking. So I was like,
mm-hmm,
just kind of check it out. And there was one spot basically a few rows ahead of where you guys were, and I was over there looking at. I was taking a couple pictures, and as I turned around, I saw this. At first, it was like a glowing ball of orange, and I kind of walked up in it. And as I started to look at it, it almost looked like a candle or a lantern, something that
mm,
because it kind of had that vibrant look to it. And as I got closer, it just slowly faded out. And you know how that happened later on in the night with the flashlight where it kept shining across, and we thought, or I thought, that it was a flashlight, but it turned out to be the reflection. So I thought that that's what that was. Kind of chalked it up to that. Was like
mm,
it just reflected it. But then when we went back over there, none of those tombstones reflected light, and on top of that, I don't even think I had anything that would have made that hue or even a light that looked like that. It was really weird. I don't know. I think the whole night at any place we've been to, that was the one place I kind of felt a little more uncomfortable. I
mm.
venture out a little bit by myself. It didn't obviously nothing was probably gonna happen, but it was just something about it felt a little different.
Right. And I agree. Like I told you before, I don't get vibes. I'm usually leaning on you two to get vibes of a certain area, unless I physically hear or see something, and then yeah, let's go check that out. But that's kind of where we use Trent. He's kind of like our canary in the coal mine type thing.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think that was probably for me one of the eerier parts of the night, and it probably doesn't come through as strongly on video. I think that's one of those genuine times you had to be there, but to give everybody some background, again, we were kind of casing the area, just kind of getting our bearings of where everything was. And Trent walks up to me and he says, "Hey man, I'm getting a vibe off of this one section over here." And I said, "All right, let's kind of finish up investigating this area and we'll go check it out." He was still up on doing an Estes method session. I was like, "Cool, we'll do your Estes method over there." And we walked over there, and that's where the infamous Estes method session of the night took place, where you were in touch with something, and it was trying to talk, and it was almost like it was warning us off because it thought we were in danger. And it was like it was trying to protect somebody that was with it. It was just a very strange back and forth, especially because you couldn't hear us or see us. You had no idea what was going on. It was
Right.
a very strange spirit box. So tell everybody kind of about that. What kind of vibes were you getting from that one area?
Like I don't know, for some reason, I don't know, like, 'cause like I, I just felt like I just wanted to go there, like something was drawing me to it, like it, something was telling me like just come here, check this out, or whatever. And I just after I started watching y'all and going along to y'all's different spots y'all wanted to set up at, like I just kept having like a certain feeling that just wanted to draw me to it. So when I went actually into that extra spot and we set up and did the Estes method, I for some reason that this one felt a lot different. Like it's more clarity. I felt more. I mean, I just felt more calm, but more there. I mean, I feel like I was just more isolated and I could listen better and more clear. And some of the message I was getting through it, but just like this is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And especially when Kenny went back and reviewed his EVP about that guy. I'll let him explain that later, but that really kind of freaked me out a little bit, according to what I picked up on the Estes method.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there's one part too, um, a few minutes because it seemed like it got real heavy during that uh, at this method with Trent, and then when we stopped, we were kind of just discussing it, and what I was able to pick up during that, I think, was more of like remnants of it. 'Cause it kind of felt like that. It kind of felt like it went right to Trent and was maybe conveying a message or something. It was really odd, like it was trying to tell him something. And when I was really focused on that when I was going back and listening to the recordings, and there's one I haven't really, I've tried to increase the volume to hear exactly what it is, but you can hear, to me, it sounds like a little girl, and I don't know what she's saying, just real faint little voice. And then a second later, it's this really weird, like growling sound.
Mm,
At first, I thought maybe it was something with the recorder, kind of messing up, but I've never had to do that before.
right.
Weird. And it kind of sent, chills down my spine because I'm thinking about that whole situation. It was just really weird. I was like, what are the chances? All this stuff is happening right there and it's aligning perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, stranger things have happened, man.
Yep.
Uh, but there was definitely something to that, for sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was kind of a weird way to close the evening for sure. I mean, that was the last Estes Method Spirit Box session that we did, and it was a very very strange way to close it. But it gives me something to look forward to because, like we always say, but I mean it with this place especially. It's someplace I want to go back to and
Mm.
kind of reinvestigate it for no other reason. Oh, excuse me. If for no other reason to try and pick up what we picked up before. I'm an old man, all right. It's late at night. I'm old.
No,
Uh,
but I was doing some reading, man. Not try to cut you off, but there were some like riverboat captains and some like well respected like senates like within the area that did a lot with like the Horry County organization and what is today. And so just for us going into our first investigation there for the first time, I think like doing like future ones, just going out but like back during the day and kind of doing a little bit more research, I think it would help us out more and maybe connect the dots even more.
Absolutely.
If
I
that
mean,
makes sense.
it does. I mean, that's one of the harder things about going to cemeteries, and for those watching, we got to kind of clarify this right now. We don't go just to cemeteries because we just really like cemeteries. We started Dark Horse Paranormal Society back last year, 2021, and we're newcomers on the scene. A lot of people don't know who we are, what we do, or what we're about, and we're also in a region of the Old South where there's traditions you just kind of just don't walk all over, and I understand that as well. So it's kind of hard for us to get our foot in the door right now to places that we want to investigate. That doesn't mean we're not stopping, but for those of you that have kind of wondered, like, do these guys just like cemeteries? We do, but that's not the only thing we like to check out. So,
It's
but
easier.
right, right. And it like you were saying, Trent, when we had the history of a place, It'll make the investigations easier. And we do have a history with some of these cemeteries. We have some of the stories, and you have some more information on Lakeside that we need to pour through to maybe get an accurate picture and kind of connect those dots as well, which can only help, when we do go back. So
Yeah.
So cool. So now that we've kind of thrown that out here, let's go through some of the evidence. Courtesy of Kenny. Kenny found most of these. We got some pretty compelling stuff, I think. One of them, let's see which one the first one I have queued up here is. Okay. So this one is a straight up EVP. It's not a spirit box session. It's just something Kenny happened to pick up while he was recording, and I'm fighting with the zipper on my backpack. And I want you to listen to this, Trent, because what you're going to hear, it's very faint. I don't know if you've heard this yet. It almost sounds like an owl.
Mhm.
But there were no owls around that night. We definitely would have heard it and picked up on it. Then you listen to it, and I'll slow it down, and it sounds like a little kid humming. It's bizarre, but he picked this straight up on the recorder. So let me go ahead and play this for you guys real quick. There it is. Hear it?
I'm not hearing anything.
It was
Yeah.
right. It was right there.
The volume. I think the volume might be.
Yes, I'm not hearing nothing.
You
I
got
see where your
nothing.
bar's at. I see where your bar's at, but I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on a second. So Trent, I want you to listen to this, man, and see if you can hear those little kids, okay?
All right.
You hear it? Hear it?
It's got these flaps.
Yeah, I hear it now.
Fucking zipper gets stuck on the flaps.
I'm going to play that one more time, but I'm going to do it slower. Because again, when I first heard it, and Kenny was telling me about it, it sounds just like a freaking owl. It is not an owl.
No.
That is if not two little kids humming. So I'm going to play it one more time. Wait until we get around the 17-second mark, and you're going to really hear it. Right there.
It's got these flaps.
Did you hear it?
Yeah, I heard it. That's weird.
Gets stuck on the flaps.
I'm going to go back a little bit further. Just
You gotta pull it. Fucking zipper gets stuck on the flaps every now.
hold on a minute. That is bizarre, man.
Fucking zipper.
That is bizarre. Oh, you can hear me in the background.
The zipper. The
The
zipper.
zipper, man. Dude, it was pissing me off. But anyway,
I couldn't make out what they were saying. It was like,
Yeah.
but
Well-
you could tell it's like kids amongst themselves saying something or humming or singing. I don't know, but it is bizarre.
I couldn't pick up any words. Like I said, when Kenny first sent it over, and you pick it up clearly, I was like, I don't really hear anything. It sounds like an owl. Then I was like, there were no owls there that night. So I cranked up the volume even more on it, slowed it down, and again, you can always hear like this child going, hmm.
But like I'll have you guys listen to it on my phone because it's really clear on the first recording. You can hear it's a boy and a girl, and you can hear the girl. I can't tell what she's saying. It's real mumbly, but the boy says, "You were the one. You were the one." You hear that. You were the one. You're the one, and then like the little girl saying something back. Yeah, you can hear it really clearly. Like that.
That's weird, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really weird. But
Cool though. Cool nonetheless, for sure. So anyways, that was the EVP we caught for the evening. So I thought that was really cool, and I wanted to share that with you, Trent, because I know you hadn't heard that yet. This is the one that I was telling you guys both about. So this is one for you at home. Kenny found one piece of the puzzle. Trent found the other. So I'm going to go ahead and play that one right now.
Can you say leave?
Leave right there. Did you hear it?
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear leave, Trent?
Yeah.
You can hear that leave.
Leave.
But then the blood everywhere, like
Blood
that.
everywhere.
Wow, dude. And that was right around the location we were doing your Estes method.
Mm-hmm.
So it fits the theme that we kept getting over there.
Yeah, because that's one of the things that he had said during that too, wasn't it? Blood.
Yeah.
I remember hearing stab and
Stab,
knees,
on
pray,
knees,
and something
pray, yeah.
behind you.
Yeah.
Pray was a common thing that was coming up too. I mean, I think you said it once during your Estes method session, Trent. I said it during mine. So that was almost like we were being warned. And instead of, hey, you're disturbing us, leave, it was almost like they thought we were in danger. So again, something to that was very interesting. We haven't really gotten any kind of back and forth like that anywhere else we've been. So this was the one Kenny shared with me as well.
You said
This
pray?
one's Pray. Yeah, Pray came up a couple of times.
I might have to go back and listen to mine because I think prayer came up.
It probably did. That was an overarching theme that kept popping up that night. Because again, I know it came across in my Estes method. It came across in Trent's Estes method. So again, there was another theme there developing on the word pray for some reason. But anyway, who knows what that could be? But moving on.
Something, you know.
Yeah.
Weird. I didn't think. Then I started putting it together. I was like, I kind of remember prayer during.
Yeah.
You know,
it was again like they were warning us. Hey,
yeah.
you guys don't need to be here.
Yeah.
So the next one I wanted to share with both of you guys, just to give you a heads up, is Kenny sent this one to me, and I didn't know. I had to listen to it a couple times, but it gets cooler. So you can actually hear the voice say Kenny before Kenny says his name. And then at the very end, I want you to see if you catch the voice say what. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Can you say Kenny?
Hear it?
Mm-hmm.
That was bizarre to me because, again, you can hear something go, Kenny, right before he says, can you say Kenny? And then at the very end, you get that electronic, what?
Yeah.
Weird.
We got a couple of them in there when I went back and looked at it because I remember we heard the first one in the gazebo that said my name and we were kind of all, I think it said it twice. And we were kind of laughing about it and all that. And then I went back and was listening. It was a little bit later on. I think it was actually right after we left that gazebo. And we went over, me and Trent were doing the spirit box by those two graves, whatever, where I saw the weird light. And I'm pretty sure it said it there too. And it actually said Trent's name. I got that on there also. I don't know if I'd ever sent that over to you, but you can hear a woman say Trent, and it doesn't even sound like a radio interference or anything. It sounds like a woman saying it.
Huh.
Oh, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, it says your name. I think I said something, and you hear yes, and then you hear Trent real quick, which obviously we know they love saying his name.
They like you, and then the other voice likes Kenny a whole lot, and they just kind of ignore me, which is cool. So anyway, I wanted to hear you. This is the one that I want you guys to pick up on because again, I hear boys leave, and it sounds like it's a British dude. So here, I'm going to cue this up real quick and give me your thoughts on this one.
Why do you want us to leave?
Did you hear that?
Can you say leave?
Oh, now it's going into another one. Oh, it's the same one. But anyway, it's doing that again. But I'm going to play that one more time for you guys. I'm going to slow it down. But it straight up sounds like a British guy going, boys, leave.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's an older Southern accent. The accent's kind of hard to place. For some reason, I keep hearing it British. So let me play that one more time. Oh, I'm going to slow it down just so we can get a better idea of what's going on here. So here we go.
Why do you want us to leave?
You hear that?
Can you say
Did you guys
Couldn't
hear
make
it?
out what it was saying. Yeah, I heard it, but I can't make it out.
I
I'm going to play it one more time, Trent. Slow down. You may not be hearing what I'm hearing, and that is okay. But I keep hearing a boys leave.
I turned it up some.
It's either like boys leave, which I don't know why some British dude would be hanging out in that cemetery, or it could be Southern. It could be a deep Southern drawl. Boys leave. I don't know. I'm not the accent expert, but I'm going to play it one more time, Trent. Listen near the end. You'll hear it, and I'm going to slow it down, okay? Hold on.
Why do you want us to leave?
So I'm going to send it back a little bit. Hear it? One more time. Anyway,
Boys leave.
Boys leave.
Boys
Yeah.
leave.
You know what's funny is I crack up every time I hear that whatever that was at the end of it where it does that "Mom is late." That part is literally in the middle of like 5 or 6 different good recordings that we got, and every time I'd have to hear that thing, "Mom is late." I was like, "What the hell is that?" Yeah, it's pretty.
Who knows, man? Again, those random radio interferences we get, dude, are always crazy on here. But anyway, I thought that one was cool because I don't think anybody initially picked that one up. But that quick, boys leave.
I never heard that one.
So there was one more I think I had on here. Yeah. This one was cool as well. The I'm Here. I want you guys to listen to this one too. Tell me your thoughts.
Is this the kid that's been with us the whole time?
Hear it? Did you hear it, guys?
I heard
it, but
So if you listen to after, Kenny asked the question, you're going to hear something go, I'm here, right near the end. So I'm going to play it one more time and slow it down when it gets to that spot. So let me go ahead and cue that up.
Is this the kid that's been with us the whole time?
So let me slow this down. Now I want you to listen in the background. Ready? Hear it? I'm here.
Yeah, I heard it that time.
Yeah.
That
was pretty cool.
For me. Yeah, I heard it that time.
What was the voice right before it too?
Oh, let me play it again. That one I couldn't make much sense out of. I'll play it normal speed first.
Is this the kid that's been with us the whole time? Is this?
All I can make out is the I'm here. I know what you're talking about, Kenny. There's definitely another something says something right before it.
It says no. That's what.
Yeah.
I think I might have heard that because there was that little voice. You could hear it a few times in the spirit box, and it has that real quick, high pitched voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in that location a lot. I'd have to go back through and really listen to it.
Yeah. And again, that was one of the ones you sent to me. So again, it's not uncommon for any, and that's kind of why we do this kind of review of these little audio clips that we find. Is that's the point. If we can all agree that we heard the same thing, I think we're onto something. If we kind of all hear something different, it's probably what our brains want us to believe that one is. But the other thing about collectively coming together and listening to those things as well is that you guys are going to pick up on things I didn't hear and vice versa. You know what I mean? Hence the audio clip where you sent it to us to hear one thing and we heard multiple things. So there was one more I had on this list that I wanted everybody to listen to. So check this one out.
Now, are you hurt?
Yeah. So you're the one that was communicating.
So I want you to pay close attention to the beginning. So two things kind of happen that are weird.
Sorry, hang on. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that's another one. That little woo. That's another.
Well, that was the one I couldn't figure out. Kenny asked, "Is anybody here that's hurt?" You hear a woo, but then somebody just goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
Did you hear it?
Yeah. That's the first thing I heard was yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was laughing the first time I heard it because again, you get this woo. Yeah. So somebody was excited, like, "Are you hurt?" Woo. Yeah. Like, whoa. Oh, all right.
Listen to that if you go back and play in just a second, you could hear it, that weird distorted voice that's in there too. I heard that originally, and that's what I was trying to pick up. It's probably why I sent you the clip, was I was trying to figure out what that said. So I sent it to you guys, see if maybe you could kind of decipher.
I didn't make any sense of it. We'll play it one more time to make, and I'll slow it down. Hold on, make sure I get the right clip queued up because this has been happening. So let me pause it.
And now, are you hurt?
Woo! Yeah. so let me slow it down. Weirdo, are you hurt? Yeah, you hurt. I'm totally hurt.
James Brown.
You know it.
All right. Now let's see. I'm going to slow it down and see if we can pick up that weird noise you heard, Kenny.
Yeah. To hear the one that was communicating.
Trent sounds drunk as hell right there. Are you the one that's...
Go back.
None of us sound cool when we're in slow motion. No, and I see what you're saying, Kenny, but I still can't pick up what it is.
Yeah, I might have to go back and listen to it. I need to get something too where I can slow it down. You can, it's such a deep sound too. It's really hard to, but you can hear it respond with something. And those are the ones that I really pay attention to, or when it sounds distorted, because I can tell that's not just a radio signal. It doesn't even sound like it,
Right.
Look through, but really weird stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree. And but again, that's pretty much, I think, the collective of what I found that Kenny had sent over to me, and that you kind of weighed in on as well, Trent, with some of it. And but again, overall, this investigation, like we've repeated so many times, was unique to me because themes were developing. And I don't just mean in one portion of the cemetery, in several different portions of the cemetery. So you could chalk that up to what you will, whether we were being guided over there or where, maybe we were being corralled and we didn't even realize it. Because I noticed there were some spots of the cemetery where we got absolutely nothing, which is not uncommon. And then it was almost like that one whole side. There was just something moving, or at least trying to, move us into a certain position. And I think that's probably why you picked up on what you did. But the things we picked up on and the evidence we caught later, again, overall awesome. Nothing that I could see on camera, both night vision and the normal camera. I didn't really pick anything up as far as, any video evidence. But again, still a very cool investigation. I was happy with it. Want to go back and see again, if nothing else, consistency. See if we go back one night and we get a similar theme happening again, or just like in All Saints, maybe they'll recognize us. Who knows? But you guys got any closing thoughts before we shut this thing down?
Yeah, I think.
No.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's all right. You go ahead.
Go ahead, Trent. You're on, man.
No, like you were just saying before, like you just pretty much covering everything and going over it. Now we got more info. We can kind of go back next time and just do like a repeat of based off what we caught and just try to ask more questions, like based upon that. Like,
I'm with you 100%, man. Yeah.
What were you going to say, Kenny?
Yeah, pretty much the same. What I was going to say is just the area with all that happened towards the end with when Trent was picking up on that. I think that for sure I feel like we kind of left some stuff on the table there, like I really want to go back and check that out again. And, it did seem like there was definitely some kind of theme going on. And obviously with that EVP with the kids, something, is pretty active there. So definitely one we have to go back to in the future.
Absolutely, man. No, I agree. I'm 100% on board with you guys. It's definitely one we're going to go check out. But yeah, as always, everyone at home, I mean, You've gotten a taste of what we went through while we were there, a little bit of the experience. And as always, it's up to you to make your conclusions about what you think it is, whether it was haunted or not. But as always, please like and subscribe. And we'll always be putting out new videos and new places we plan on exploring. But as of right now, I think that's all from the Paranormal gang here at the Dark Horse Paranormal Society.
Go to bed, old man.
I need to go to bed. I can't even remember the dang name of the society we created. That's bad. Like here at the I kept wanting to say like I don't know. Horse I got, but I couldn't remember the first part, which is sad because it was my idea. But anyway, yes. Yes. Watch, like, and subscribe. Keep watching videos, and you can see three old men try to figure out what names they gave themselves 2 months ago. So there you go. So from all of us here, we'll see you later.
See you later, guys.
And like I say, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm doing
I'll carry us
the
out.
second one's fucking me up. I can't do it.
I'll carry us
We'll
out.
just jump in. I think Matt, when you were at the beginning, you had a lot of hits over there too.
Absolutely. I mean, this place is entirely too massive. I'm laughing. I'm smiling at you fucking.
What?
No, don't, Trent, don't move.
don't like
Trent, don't move.
All right.
Trent, that was good. Except this
You're
time I'm
good,
gonna
so-
stop laughing. I just was spacing over
The
there.
first one was good.
I'll go with
First
that
one was
because I
good.
kind
It was
of.
like, oh, I was
Nah.
on the game.
Did you say math? Said it was a good math.
Now we
3.
got the giggles. Hold on.
And,
Uh,
3, 2. I'll let you say it then.
you guys good? Go.
All right, so that wraps up another episode for the Dark Horse Paranormal Society team here in Lakeside Cemetery. Overall, felt like that was a very cool investigation. I mean, overall, we definitely have a fuck. I can't do it.